Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to beat the Lightreaper in Lords of the Fallen 2023. So this is a boss that we encounter 3 times. Now I am encountering this boss during the 3rd phase when we're in Upper Calranth. Now we do have to go from the hub world and run around here first to take out the Umbral Parasite if we want to be able to beat this boss, because it'll heal him the entire time. So first things first is what we're going to take care of. But for his first phase, he runs around on his dragon and he'll do 4 attacks. 2 of them repeated. The first one is that flame breath, and then the second one is this dive attack. Now the timing for these is pretty easy to follow. Now I've summoned Pieta to help out with this fight, and it made it a lot easier to spread the aggro. I didn't realize that her summoning was right before this, but I like to use the berries for this, as we need a little bit more endurance when we're with this fast fighting boss. Very similar to a skinstealer, so if you have experience fighting them, this is a very similar moveset, but he does have some new ones. Now he swings his swords around pretty wildly, and he can hit Pieta very easily as well. So one really nice thing about Pieta, she does that air effect heal there, and I was able to get my health back. So he will switch aggro between the two of us, and we want to try and get as many hits in whenever we possibly can. He is weak to smite, so if you do have that, it can cause a lot of extra damage on him. And he is able to be parried, so if you're good at parrying, you can set off a few of those. Now, whenever he does that flaming roar there, that's when he runs off. So by that point, we got to go back to that dragon phase, which is kind of frustrating, but just focus on dodge rolling from the fire, and then there's going to be a wing swoop. It'll go swoop, 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 and then it'll come down. So listen for that, and you can dodge it fairly easily. The timing will come, and I tried to damage him in previous attempts. I don't think you can damage him unless he's off the dragon, but someone might let me know in the comments if you can damage him before he lands. But it's mostly about luring Pieta out of the way as much as possible for that fire attack, as he's going to go a certain area and she's going to likely run into it if you don't have her ran in a certain direction. But it feels like it's a little bit quicker that second time. Just focus on keeping alive, and if you need to get a heal in or use some items, I used the smite salts there, and I found that that made a pretty big difference in the amount of damage that I did and helped me with this victory. So Pieta also ripped off another heal there, which makes this a lot easier. So definitely stick by her if you find that you're struggling with this fight, because it can help out greatly. Now, dodge rolling was my best friend there, as I was able to get out of the range of his attacks relatively easily. But the best thing to do is, if you have the summon there, get to his backside. If his aggro is on you, dodge towards him to the side. So what makes this so effective is the fact that his blades will go mostly to the front when he's attacking. Now watch out for that attack, it does a lot of health. I did not realize that it was coming, but watch out for it. Get away if possible and use throwable items. That seems to be a pretty decent strategy for certain bosses. Now, he does do his blade attack there. I sadly got hit by it, and he laughed and taunted, but we came back in and unfortunately got knocked back down, but we have those invincibility frames. We want to get our health back as quickly as possible, but stick to his backside. Don't be afraid to use an extra heal if you need to. And use a lot of throwing items if you want to keep your distance while Pieta is tanking. But when she goes down, it's pretty much you versus him. So don't do what I did and get hit there, because that can make this fight a lot harder. But when he does that jump attack near the end, you have a lot of time to get some hits in. That's one thing I noticed about the final phases, is he seems to almost get a little bit slower despite dealing more damage. So whenever you see that, get in, get the damage in as much as possible, and then you can take down the Lightreaper. But be mindful, at the very end, he will explode like a nuke, so watch out for that. It took me out. But that's how you beat the Lightreaper in Lords of the Fallen 2023. If you found this video useful, please hit that subscribe button below, and I'll see you in the next video.